Hey everyone, thanks for trying to learn to play games. My name is Lance, and today I'm looking at a brand new game coming to Kickstarter called Yoho. This is a new one by Sabrewolf Games. It is a 2 to 4 player game that takes roughly 15 to 45 minutes to play. It is a competitive game where the players are competing with each other to try to be the player at the end of the game that has the treasure and also does not have the highest blame. For the person that does have the highest blame, they are walking the plank. So in the game itself, the players are going to be playing pirates that have a treasure, and of course, being pirates, they do not want to share with their fellow shipmates. So they're trying to place blame on the other players and keep all that treasure for themselves. If that player is able to gain the treasure and at the end of the game does not have the highest blame, then that player will be the winner. Otherwise, if that player does have the treasure and the highest blame, they're walking the plank, and then the player that has the highest rank will be the winner of that game instead. So in this video, I'll be showing you the main features of the game and also show you a couple sample turns to help you decide whether or not this is one you want to back on Kickstarter. As always, if you find these videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we can continue to grow and produce this content. If you want to stay in all my videos, also consider hitting that bell so you get notifications anytime I put out new videos. And let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see how this one plays. First, I want to start with the players. So each player is going to choose one of the character cards that they want to be throughout the game. And these cards are mainly cosmetic. There are no special abilities, but they are going to show if that player is loyal or a rebel to the captain. And there'll be a number of different ways that these cards will be flipped over, whether it's to the rebel side or back over to their loyal side. Then each player is also going to receive a rank that's going to range from captain to bosun and even a pariah. Each of these ranks is going to have an action that the player is going to carry out at certain points during the game, and these cards are not directly connected to the character that they're dealt to initially, as there'll be cards, as you're going to see in a minute, that will change ranks throughout the game, or other effects that are going to have the ranks switched around. So a player that starts as a sea dog might at some point become the captain throughout the game. Now the course card is going to show which player is the active player and which direction play is going to go in. Throughout the game, their players will be able to play course change cards that will flip this over, and it'll have a different effect, and it'll also have the pirates carry out their duty. Then the overall goal of the game is to have one player with the treasure card at the end of the game, either in their hand or buried underneath their character card. If a player is able to accomplish this and also not have the highest blame in the game, then that player has won. If that player has the highest blame in the game and is forced to walk the plank, then the player that has the highest rank will be the winner of this game. Moving over to the blame cards, there are 6 different ones included in the game. Each of these blame cards is going to list the name of that card on the top, and then each blame card is going to have a number. If this number matches your current rank, it counts as that much blame against you, which is a very bad thing. I'll explain this more a little bit later. Then at the bottom of each card is going to be the action of that card that'll be carried out when it's placed into the blame pile. And these cards are going to have all kinds of different actions, including ones that will change a pirate's loyalty from loyal to rebel or back from rebel to loyal. Land Ho cards will cause pirates to bury cards underneath their player cards. Storm cards are going to have players swipe their entire hand of cards with another player. Demote cards are going to swipe ranks of players. So with this one, like the Sea Dog rank is going to be switched with the Pariah's rank card. And accused cards are going to have one player blaming another player. And I'll explain how these are going to work a little bit more in a minute. From there, then I want to talk about a player's turn, as each player's turn is broken down into 4 steps that are done in order. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and use this player here, as that player has the course card, which signifies the active player. So the first step in a player's turn is if that player has fewer than 5 cards in their hands, they're going to draw from the draw pile until they have 5 cards in their hands. The second step of a player's turn is that player is going to select one of the cards in their hands to play face up into the blame pile. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one here. From there, then the third step is going to be carrying out the action on that card. So with this one, I'm going to turn over the Pariah's pirate card. So the player that currently is the Pariah is going to flip over their card from its front side to its back side, or vice versa. So now this pirate is a rebel pirate. The final step in a player's turn is that they're going to pass the course card to the next player based on the course card. So right now, this course card is going to have me pass it in clockwise order to the next player. So then from there, then that player will take their turn, and this is going to continue going until one of the players draws the final card from the deck. At that point, the game is over, and the players will move into the end of game conditions step, where they're going to determine which player is the winner of the game. Next, I want to go over an accusation, as this is going to be a big part of the game. So in this example, we're over on this player, and we're going to go ahead and say that that player plays an accuse card. From there, then that player is going to choose another player to blame. So with my player over here, they're going to blame the player up there, the quartermaster. So from there, then the players are going to go through the cards in the blame pile, and for each card that matches that player's number, so we have 2 for the quartermaster, and we have 1 for the sea dog player. Each player is going to total up all the points on those cards. So with the quartermaster, they have 8 points of blame, where the sea dog player only has 2. The player that has the most blame in there is going to take all the cards in that deck and add them to their hands. Then that player is going to reveal a new card. If that's the last card in the deck, the end of the game is triggered. That player will take that card, and you'll move into the final process of determining who is the winner of that game. Now there's also some additional steps if you're accusing the captain, or if the captain is accusing another player. And there's also going to be a mutiny step where the players are going to shift around and the captain's rank is going to change to another player potentially. From here, the last thing I want to show you is a couple more sample turns. So we're going to go ahead and start with my player over here first again. And that player is going to start their turn. It already has 5 cards in their hand, so they're going to play course change card. So this one is going to flip the card over to the other side, and then the players are going to start from the lowest rank up to the highest rank, and each player is going to perform their pirate's duty. With that, this particular one has rebel pirates do not perform their duties, but right now all of our pirates are loyal. So then it's going to start with the player that has the lowest rank. That player is going to draw 1 card. Then it would move over to the bosun. So this player is going to give 1 card in their hand to another player. So I will give this card to that player up there. We would move over to the quartermaster next, who is going to take all the cards underneath a player's card that they buried, which currently no player has buried any cards yet, so that player will not carry out their action. And then finally, the captain must select a pirate that's not currently in use and carry out their rank. So right now, the only one that's not in use is pariah, so the captain is going to have to draw 3 cards and add them to their hands, and then that pirate is going to become a rebel pirate, so they'll flip that over. Then this player is going to pass the course card, so now it's going to go in the counterclockwise order, so then our player over here will be the next player to go during their turn. So that player is going to go ahead and play a demote card. So this one is going to have the quartermaster and the bosun's rank swap. So these players would swap out their ranks. And then that player will pass the card again. So over to our player up top here, that player is going to accuse, and they're going to accuse the captain. So first, because I accuse the captain, I am going to become a rebel pirate. Then we're going to go through the cards and see who has the most. The captain is the only player that has a card in there right now, so he is going to have 5 points of blame on him. And then I'm also going to add up any ranks of the pirates that are rebels right now. So right now this one's going to add 3, and then that one's going to add another one. So the captain has 9 points against him right now. The port card is also going to affect pirates that are loyal. So if the port was over, that would actually subtract 10 loyalty or 10 blame from that pirate. And then the players are going to compare. So the captain is going to have to take these cards into his hands. And that's going to trigger a mutiny, as the deck is not going to be out. So at that point, then the players are going to have to resolve a mutiny. From here, then the rebel player that has the highest rank, so it's going to be this player, is going to become the new captain. So that player would gain the captain card. The former captain will become the pariah. And then the new captain is going to change the ranks of the other players how that player sees fit. So we'll say that he's going to switch out there, and he'll switch out those. Then all the pirates are going to turn over their cards. So any pirates that are rebels will become loyal to that captain, and any pirates that are loyal will become rebels to that captain. And then the final step in this process is the course card will be flipped over to its other side. From there, then the players will continue taking their turns. Well, I hope you found this video helpful in deciding whether or not you want to back this game on Kickstarter. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer them, or swing by the Kickstarter's main page and drop any questions you have there as well. I'm sure the creators would love to hear from you and are more than happy to answer any questions you have. And until next time, I'll see you later.